Okay, ladies, let me tell you what I would want in a woman as first king of the continent. You see, I don't want a spoiled brat. That's why I coined 27 new types of narcissism. And that's the problem with all women. So you want the opposite of that. What's the opposite of a spoiled brat? A feminine woman with humility, which no women have. Women don't have the humility to have a healthy relationship dynamic. I would know. I was married. I had kids, right? So after all that dissolves, you discover the truth about women. Oh, they're very superficial. They don't really care about men. They don't care about you as an individual. What they do care about is what society thinks of their man, right? What's his social status, right? So I'm not going to be important to a superficial brat until I am king of the continent. But at this point, I am vetting all women for their narcissism to be queen. So they can't really get through my vetting process, right? None of them are worthy of being queen because you discover the truth about women, right? Your average marriage ends at 8 years on average, right? I say, ladies, well, any friendship lasts forever. Why did your relationship end? Right? So women like to get rid of that guy, right? For a guilt free sex life with random dudes. Right? That's the sexual narcissist. At its core, why women get rid of their guy, right? There's other guys, there's lots of options now that we have the internet, right? Right. So no women are loyal to their man anymore, right? The more men they sleep with, that deduces their ability to pair bond with the individual. So the masculine feminist has her own house and her own roster of men that she sleeps with. She doesn't care who you think you are. She doesn't care about dignity, right? She cares about power and control. She wants to be a masculine feminist and have lots of random guys. Okay? So that's the thing. You can't build a family with a woman like that, though, can you? Right? You can't set a good role model to children with a masculine feminist who cheats on her guy and humiliates the father, right? So that's the problem. Hey, your kids can't look up to you if you have a girl like that who abandons parenting, right? Who doesn't actually care about her man, right? So you're trying to find a woman who authentically loves her man. Well, none of them do, right? Ask them the hair question, right? Will you shave your head to prove your love to me? That shows you, oh my God, 99.999% of women are very superficial. And just as aesthetic narcissists, they care more about their hair than their guy because that goes into public perception, right? What will everyone think of me without my hair, right? So women care a lot about what the public thinks. Well, what if everyone in the public but your guy is a psychopath? You know, your woman got rid of the good guy to appeal to a bunch of psychopaths, like your average American. Hey, every American adult today, according to the leading sociologist, is a psychopath. That means they don't care in general. They don't care about right and wrong. They don't care about morality. They don't care about truth and fiction. And there's the rub. Like, they don't care about proper parenting. My psychopath doesn't care if she gets rid of the dad for a guilt free sex life. A psychopath doesn't care if she bones random guys and gets AIDS, right? She's not concerned anymore, right? There are no morals. It's all about impressing the sisterhood, the other hookers, essentially, who are cheating on their guy, right? They want to have that blue pillar, that naive man who will provide for them. They want a loyal provider as a front to cheat on as a covert sexual narcissist. So they get the high on the deception. I love to cheat behind this good guy's back. It's so funny, ladies. I got a diamond ring. Look at this diamond ring. While I boned the mayor. Right? So that's what they're all like. That's why they have their long hoe nails. It's not to impress the men, actually. It's to compete with the other hookers. Right? So every time you see a woman with those long hoe nails, oh, you can see that is an indicator of hoism. She isn't serious about building a family, and she wants to be what they call pumped and dumped. Right? She wants to be passed around. That's what she's saying to men. Right? So women might not even know that if they're just following the herd being trendy, that hoop earrings and long eyelash extensions and long toenails are emblematic of hoism, right? You know, most women don't care about parenting, setting a good example. They were focused on their career. So motherhood is old hat. That's why we're headed for population collapse. Hey, what if there's no babies just because the women like to get ran through in college with birth control, right? Hey, they don't want to be mothers. They want an education to get ran through in college as a sexual narcissist. It's not really about their degree as much, right? Although women are getting more degrees than men, since men see that college as a scam, right? Hey, you know, people only go to college anymore to bone random people, right? It's not about the education. Nobody cares about your degree, really. If you're serious about starting a business, you just start one if you're addicted to money as a psycho, right? So that's the thing, you know, the women were hardwired, socially engineered to put money over parenting, money over relationships. So that's the thing. They will go for the child support money, right? So you have to abolish child support as the government if you're going to be a masculine man. You have to topple America like I did, right? And to say that killing with the cops is wrong, what if your child is walking down the sidewalk and gets blown away by a cop who doesn't hear his commands, right? We've seen it on video. That could be your son or daughter. So you do have to start a new country and end America to teach Americans what they did wrong. No, you didn't understand the right to life from the Declaration of Independence, America. Now your country's over, right? It ended 12 years ago. When is there going to be dignity for men? And when there's dignity for me, right? And you can see my numbers on social media are deduced by the deep state of the old government, right? Taken over by a foreign power that wants you all to be hedonistic as asymmetric warfare. That's why they gave you gay propaganda, to make Americans quit making babies, right? That's how they do it, right? If a foreign power hates Americans and wants to take all America's money and its U.S. military as a puppet, while they all turn gay at home with gay propaganda so no Americans will make babies, you know, maybe the enemy won, right? Every state in the former United States, but Texas and Florida is in decline. It used to be South Dakota, right? So all your states are in decline, right? So women don't really want to be mothers. You know, I've asked over 3,000 women if they want to be mothers. And, you know, none of them even responded, right? And that is their celebrity narcissism. They're too good to respond to the first king of the continent, the guy who leads every military, the world's smartest person in history. All women were too good for me as narcissists, and the narcissists will weed themselves from the gene pool. Well, what if I can beat all men at everything, ladies? What if I am the best lover, ladies, and the best at parenting, right? What if I do lead every military, right? What if I am Casanova and you're just butthurt about it? See, women aren't true hypergamists. That's what it shows you, because and defying social norms is more important to them, right, than being with the actual guy they would want, right? Because they care what everyone else thinks. What do the psychopaths think of this guy who says he's first king of the continent, defying social norms, right? He's smarter than everybody. He makes us all look stupid. What do we do now? We call him crazy. Let's gaslight that the new government is crazy as phony government actors. Maybe the woman will believe I'm not important.